What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Real J Craze, aka Mr. 100 channel. Um, I want to talk about this make life better a little bit more. As some of you may know, and probably a lot of you don't know, is the fact, this whole make life better movement thing that I'm trying to start up is due to the simple fact that, I was down and out. I lost everything, lost my house, car, family, everything because of drugs. I got a year and a half clean, and when I first started to get clean, or when I first got clean, I went into a real bad depression. I was suicidal and everything. But then I started going to church a little bit. I'm not gonna front. I started going a little bit, not a whole lot. I was going to these recovery things, and while I was there, it hit me like I need to quit bitching about my life and make it better. So, as you can see, I'm currently driving, and I'm doing this video at the same time, and I have two of my sons with me. So they're both knocked out. We went and visited the great grandpa, and I still live in a garage, yes, but when I have them, we go over to my dad's house, which is where we're heading now. We're heading back, but instead of bitching about life, you can make things better. Try having a positive attitude. And if you need help with having a positive attitude, try writing down whatever's going on in your life, get it out your head. Get them demons out your head. Or them negative thoughts, however you want to believe in it. It don't have to be nothing specific. It don't have to be at a specific time. It don't have to be any it could be anything you want to write. Whatever comes to mind, write it down. And the more you start writing and the more you do write, the better it gets and the easier it gets to write. And the more things you'll begin to write. And there'll be things you don't even know that you're going to write about or whatever. And they just start writing them down. And you start discovering yourself a whole lot more. Like, you start realizing what's wrong with you and why you're so depressed. There could be something that you're holding on to from the past. You could be like me, 30 years old. Something that happened in third grade that bothered you was a trigger. There is a trigger. And it's something that you gotta deal with. You gotta learn how to cope with it. My thing was, I never let go of my grandma passing away when I was in third grade. It was like an emotional trigger. It was easy to get triggered. But with writing about it or writing, writing about that and writing about, everything else, writing my little poems or whatever. So I write poetry and I write stories and I write stories, articles. Sometimes I just write like a rap song almost, but I don't try to rap it out. I just write. It clears up my head, and I'm able to think more positive. 9 times out of 10. But I've been doing it since third grade. But when I quit doing it, that's when things got bad for me. I fell into a real dark depression. I started doing drugs. Next thing you know, I was bad on them, like gone. Like there was no hope. At least that's how it felt. I was able to get off of them without going to rehab. And I was on meth. And I was able to get off the drugs without going to no rehab or no nothing. I did it I'm not gonna say on my own, but I did it through the power of God. Like, God, I need you. Like, I'm not going to rehab. I'm not losing no more money or whatever. I don't want to depend on nobody else. I want to prove that it can be done without seeking help elsewhere from the government. So, and I had no friends that had my back on it. My family didn't know I was going through it. I mean, they had an idea. They knew I was on drugs. They suspected it. some of them even knew, like they could tell. But I'm proof that you can do it you can get off of drugs if you really put your mind to it. Like it hit me the one day when I was missing my boys, I was missing my family. You know, I was missing having them every day. I was missing spending time with them. I was hurting from it, and it, it's like I gotta change my life. And yeah, I did relapse. You know, when I originally got clean, I was like 3 days in. I was probably more than that. I was probably more like a week because I was sick for 3 days and then I was fine. And then an old friend who was on the shit came over and I was like, fuck it. And I did it again. So I went backwards. But after that, I quit doing it again. And I haven't touched it ever since. And it's been a year and 3 months and 4 days, something like that. I don't remember exactly the date that I quit, but I remember quitting. And that's all that really matters to me. So, yeah. Don't bitch about your life. Don't go out there and start doing drugs because you're not happy with your life. Work on yourself, work on your mental mindset, and maybe even your physical mind, your physical standing point. Physical, how do I work this? And work on your mindset and work on your physical life or whatever. And then, if you need to, or if you feel like you need to, if you feel like that'll help you feel better. So, with that said, I'm gonna say, the last thing I'm gonna say is, God bless you. God loves you. I love you. And I hope you guys can make your lives better. If you're really going through a struggle, no matter what it is, I hope you can get through it. And I know you can. I got faith in you. Whether if it's a breakup, um, drugs, or finances, or just whatever it may be. Because it could be different things. So, I just want you to know you're loved, you're cared for, and there's somebody out there who's always praying for you. There's somebody out there who has your back, who wants the best for you. But you gotta want the best for yourself too as well. So, that said, let's go ahead and end this right here and make your life better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you push that thumbs up button. Love you guys. Peace.